An Israeli soldier was forced to flee Brazil after the courts opened up an investigation into the war crimes he committed in Gaza. In an unprecedented move, the courts moved to issue an arrest warrant against an Israeli soldier while he was on vacation in Brazil after the Hind Rajab Foundation put together enough evidence to show that this IDF soldier was guilty of committing war crimes in Gaza. Now, the Hind Rajab Foundation is a foundation that was created in Belgium that was named after a Palestinian girl who was killed by the IDF. And their goal is very simple: ensure that no matter where these IDF soldiers escape to, that they are held accountable for the war crimes that they have committed in Gaza. In this particular case, they were able to put together hundreds of pages of evidence to hand over to Brazil, which is what encouraged them to pursue this arrest warrant. But it doesn't stop there. The foundation is currently putting together a case to pursue war criminals in Chile, in Argentina, in Thailand, and even Sri Lanka. And normally, as you all know, Israel generally tends to scoff at any attempt to hold them or their war criminal soldiers accountable. But in what most people would also consider an unprecedented move by Israel, the Israeli government has warned its troops to stay off of social media, which means the Israeli government is scared that this organization, even though it has only existed since September, will actually be efficacious in holding their troops accountable for the crimes that they've committed in Palestine. For maybe the first time since October 7th started, Israelis are actually scared. They fear accountability. They actually believe that there might be consequences for their actions. Like, we got Israelis now who are scared to travel and go on vacation because they could be arrested in the countries that they arrive in. Now, we do need to address the fact that this soldier was only able to escape Brazil with the help of the Israeli government. And of course, that's extremely problematic because it's obviously illegal to escape a country during an ongoing investigation. And it's even more problematic still that the Israeli government is basically bragging about the fact they helped this man illegally cross borders in order to avoid accountability. A man whose crimes included helping to destroy a building that was being used to house Palestinian refugees. Also, probably important to mention that he helped to destroy that building while the Palestinians were still inside. So although I hope that the next step in this process is to start holding the Israeli government accountable for helping their people dodge accountability and ignore the laws of the respective countries that they're visiting and living in, but for now, I'm going to take this as a victory, because for too long, we've seen Israelis going about their business after committing war crime after war crime in the middle of a genocide with zero fear that they'll be held accountable for anything that they've done. And for the first time, they're having to flee countries because of the crimes they've committed. For the first time, the Israeli government isn't encouraging them to post their crimes on social media, but instead telling them to hide because those countries are no longer afraid to hold them accountable for the crimes that they've committed. For the first time, I actually think that maybe, just maybe, a reckoning will come for these genocidal, psychopathic maniacs. But to be honest, whatever punishment they get will be better than what they deserve, and it's absolutely going to be better than all the trauma that these Palestinians have gone through.